Cuba's baseball fans are some of the most passionate in the world. But as the level of play in Cuba hits new lows, many of the island's aficionados are screaming in frustration. These are dark days for Cuban baseball, says former player Geronimo Diaz. We have to fight to get to a better place, he says. We are not there now, and we have to work to get there. We are really below where we have always been in baseball. Following the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro, himself an amateur baseball player, decreed that athletes would compete for the love of the sport, not money. Baseball in Cuba has never been the same. A ticket to a game only costs a few cents. There's no advertising in stadiums, and all the players in the Cuban League together make less than one high-priced Major League Baseball star.
For decades, the biggest thing for a baseball player in Cuba was to play on the national team. Even though they didn't make huge amounts of money by professional baseball standards, they lived a great life. They were national heroes at home. They were rock stars.
But as Cuba slowly opens to the world, the island's baseball players are losing their rock star status.
It used to be when Cuban athletes defected, people on the island never heard about them ever again. It was almost like they ceased to exist. But at new internet spots like this one, people can get online and follow the careers of their favorite Cuban athletes in the U.S. More and more, it's American baseball that's inspiring Cuban fans.
An exodus of Cuban players is underway. Cuban officials say in the last 12 months, over 150 baseball players have left the island. To save baseball, Cuba has reversed course, now welcoming some star defectors like LA Dodger Yasiel Puig back to the island and negotiating with Major League Baseball. The Cuban government wants to allow their stars to play in both Cuba and the U.S., with Cuba keeping a percentage of their $1 million salaries. Similar arrangements exist between Cuba and other countries. Back at the game, Geronimo Diaz supports the fledgling U.S.-Cuban baseball diplomacy. Over there is where they have the best instructors, he says. Baseball there is more alive, it's stronger. If there's an agreement, it would improve baseball in Cuba. Could a shot of capitalism help save Cuba's national pastime? Cuban officials haven't said, but baseball in Cuba is at a crossroads.